Hello everybody. What we are working with today is net area versus gross area. Now net area, we take things as they are. Above the axis is positive, below the x-axis is negative. So if I want the net area on this, and we're going from 0 to 6, we're just going to add them. Above the x-axis is positive, below the x-axis is negative, above the x-axis is positive, okay? And then we get our calculators because we're tired and been sick for the last day or two. We have to wait for it to evaluate the OS. Okay, we can clear that. And we're doing 13 minus 25 plus 9. And that gives me negative 3 for my net area. Okay? Now, if I'm doing gross area, what I want to do for gross area is everything has to be positive. So that'd be 13 plus 25 plus 9, okay? Which is going to give me a different answer. That gives me 47, okay? Now what do you do if they give us an equation? All right, we have that equation down here at the bottom of the page, all right? What you would have to do if we have an equation like this is we're going to have to graph it. So I'm going to grab my calculator and plus y equals, and I'm going to type it in my y1. And I have to play with this because this calculator actually has not been turned on in like 2 years. So we're doing x squared minus 4. All I'm doing is typing it in y1 equals. I'm going to press zoom 6. It's going to give me a graph, okay? And I'm going to look at the graph of this thing. Now, the graph looks like this. I'm going to have to find that point right there. This is the way the teachers want this done. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. The camera setup for all my earlier videos was different than this. If I even touch the table, this camera's going to shake because it's on like a 3-foot arm coming off the corner of a big workbench. Okay? But what I'm going to have to do is find that point, because if it's in the middle of the interval from 0 to 2, I'm going to have to do some things differently. Okay? So I'm going to hit second trace. All right, and I'm looking for and I'm looking for 0. It's going to ask for left bound, the usuals, and since we're going 0 to 4, I can type in 0, and the right bound would be 4, and my guess, I can just hit enter, and it tells me x equals 2. So this is at x equals 2. We're going from 0 to 4, so what we're trying to find is the area from here to here, with this being x equals 4. Okay? Now, the net area is real simple. Net, it's just math 9 from 0 to 4 of x squared minus 4 dx. Real simple. I'm going to get off the graph now. I'm just going to do math 9. Okay. And we're going 0, 4. And I'm going to go ahead and put my x squared minus 4 in here and put a dx over here. And it gives me 5.33. So the net area is real simple. It's 5.33. But if I want to do it properly like the teachers would for the gross area, I'm going to split this thing from 0 to 2 plus 2 to 4. Okay? And I want to run this thing from 0 to 2. I'm just going to hit second enter, and I'm going to change this thing to 2 up here. Press enter, I get negative 5.33. Now, I can't have negative 5.33, so what I should do is negative x squared plus 4 right here. But we can just change the sign and get 5.33. Plus, and then I'm going to hit second enter again and run this thing from 2 to 4. Now, there is a shortcut to this, and I'm going to show you the shortcut in a minute. And I get 10.66, then we add those together and we get 16. Shortcut is fun. You just go from 0 to 4, you put an absolute value sign in here and run it, and it'll give you 16. I'm going to show you that real quick. Sorry about the shaky, because again, the camera is on like a 3-foot arm. So we're going to put math 9, and I'm going to go ahead and put my 0 and my 4. And here I'm going to press math over to num, grab my absolute value. I'm going to put x squared minus 4, put my dx in here, press enter, and it gives me the 16. So the absolute value is a shortcut for finding gross area when you have equations. You can just put starting point, ending point, absolute value formula, math 9, bam, you're done. No worries, no stressing. The teachers don't know about this right now. It'll take them next semester. They'll figure it out and they'll do some stuff. I quite frankly don't care because this should not be on a test. This is actually in the next section of material that you learn between the final and exam 3. But they're putting it here because, Angela Allen does not care about your grades. So she's got to have it here. So I'm going about this. You can tell it makes me cranky a little bit. And we're doing it because teachers are, they don't care that it's in the next section. They got to put it on this test. This is a typo. So I'm going to attach this document to the email where I send you this video. Hope you find this helpful. And if you come in later, I will see you in the future.